I'm Quentin Bergstad. I'm going to be giving my Persuade speech. Here's my audience. Okay. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the health concerns and risks surrounding smoking and the negative effects that can result from it. And then also the causes of how it is addicting and how to quit smoking and the benefits of living a smoke-free lifestyle. To start out, I'd like to tell you about Holly, a victim of losing a loved one to lung cancer from tobacco use. She proclaims that each day in the U.S., 2,000 kids become regular daily smokers. 1/3 of them will die prematurely from tobacco-related diseases. Let me assure you, having seen how lung cancer ravages and destroys the human body, this is not just another statistic, as stated in Martin. After watching my grandfather, who was an avid smoker, suffer from the hands of lung cancer, I feel obligated to share information with you all about the dangers of smoking tobacco and its effect on life. Today, I will first talk to you about the health risks and social impact smoking can have on a person. Second, what causes people to become addicts and drawn to smoking. And third, how to transition from smoking for a healthier lifestyle, plus the benefits that can come along with that change. Chronic use of cigarettes can be one of the most damaging and reckless decisions any person can make. One of the major health risks that smokers face today is the threat of lung cancer. When you take a puff from a cigarette, according to the article titled "Tobacco" by an unknown author, you can inhale up to 4,000 different chemical compounds, many of which are toxic and mutagenic, which means they are capable of increasing the frequency of mutations, and carcinogenic, which are cancer-causing. The previously stated article also states that at least 43 carcinogens, which are the cancer-causing chemical compounds, have been identified in tobacco smoke alone. In an interview with Dr. Ron Jaring, an associate professor of anatomy and physiology at Bismarck State College, he has stated, other than just the increased risk of lung cancer, people who smoke have much higher rates of cardiovascular disease, strokes, bladder cancer, and emphysema, which are holes in the lining of the lungs. Other than just cancer, there are many other serious complications which can occur as well. And the article Awareness of Blindness and Other Smoke-Related Diseases as Its Impact on Motivation for Smoking, citation in eye patients by clinical researcher Handa, who, Hunt and Ya Ying states, although most smokers are aware of the increased risk of premature death from smoking, they are less likely to acknowledge its harmful effects in causing disability and reduction in the quality of life. The previously mentioned article elaborates on its claim in recent years, blindness has emerged as an important cause of smoking-related disabilities such as cataracts and age-related macular degeneration. In all retrospect to medical concerns, society is starting to dampen its view on the drug as well. For example, in the Bismarck area of North Dakota, people are actively seeking a ban on smoking. Nick Smith, a writer for the newspaper Bismarck Tribune, writes that a committee that is pushing for a statewide indoor smoking ban proposes a ballot measure that would ban smoking in all indoor public places, places of employment, and public transportation. This push for smoking reform on public places makes it harder for smokers to stimulate themselves with nicotine. However, on the other hand, this allows non-smokers to avoid the hazardous fumes of cigarettes and makes it more valuable for smokers to quit. Of course, this has already come to pass, but then again, it is also a good thing. Now that I've explained to you why smoking is so bad for your health and well-being, let's move on to what it is in tobacco that causes these health concerns and why smokers seem to need it, and how it also plays a role in drawing people to the drug. Before I really begin explaining nicotine's role in causing human dependency on cigarettes, I think I'd like to give you a little bit of background about dopamine. Dopamine is the brain's primary motivation neurotransmitter. Dopamine uses desire, yearning, and wanting sensation to get our attention. As stated by the article, What is Nicotine Addiction? By John Polito, a writer for website Why Quit. In other words, dopamine is like our internal survival guide. Polito discusses nicotine's function in the body. The common thread between addictions is that the brain's dopamine pathways are taken and left the drug addict totally yet falsely convinced that continuing the use of the drug is the most important thing for their survival. It helps them cope, and that life would be terrible without it. But how are we internally exposed and drawn towards smoking? According to Debbie Traylor and Jen Goon, who are nursing students at the University of Mississippi, in an article named Caught in the Tapestry of Tobacco, Why I Smoke, state, in 2005, cigarette companies spent $13 billion in cigarette advertising and promotion expenses. Traylor and Goon also go on to state that promotion for the tobacco industry is the single most important interior of cigarette smoking in women, and tobacco companies used women in cigarette commercials to make smoking more appealing towards men. Other than outside influences, sometimes the beginning of smoking starts at home. In this environment, the frequency of beginning to smoke at a young age becomes even higher when exposed to parental smoke. In the article stated, children whose parents smoked are twice as likely to begin smoking between 13 and 21. The author Daniel Chez states, parental behavior about smoking is the key factor in delaying the onset of daily smoking. The previous article continues, stating, keeping children from smoking starts with parents and their behavior. Evidence is clear. If the parents don't want their children to start smoking, it's important for them to stop or reduce their own smoking use. Now, once you've realized that smoking is bad for you, how is it that you can journey down the road of quitting for your own well-being? John Polito, in the previous stated article, points out an interesting statistic that 70% of daily smokers want to stop. However, they invent injustifications or rationalizations to explain why they must smoke that next cigarette. Next, he also points out that there are 5 main hurdles to cross in the recovery process. 1. Appreciation for where smokers find themselves. 2. Reclaiming hijacked dopamine pathways. 3. Breaking and extinguishing smoking cues. 4. Abandoning the smoking rationalizations. And 5. The relapse prevention. And lastly, in the article, Polito explains that embracing cravings, eating little yet frequent healthy meals, smoker accepting that drug addiction is a mental disorder, are the best ways to cope with nicotine cravings. After successfully detoxing your body of cigarettes, there's a bright, healthy outlook for your mind and body. Virginia Woolf, PhD, a licensed psychologist specialized in smoking sessions and psychotherapy, states that the short-term effects of quitting tobacco include blood pressure and pulse drop is normal, carbon monoxide levels drop to normal, oxygen levels go up to normal, circulation improves, and lung function goes up 30%. Wolf talks about the long-term effects of discontinued use. The excess risk of coronary disease is half of a smoker's lung cancer death rate is the same as a non-smoker. Precancerous cells are replaced by healthy ones, and there is no more risk of heart disease. Now today, I've given you all sourced material about the impact smoking can have on your life. First, I explain how smoking can affect your mental, bodily, and social health. I then go on to tell you how there are certain components of cigarettes work to get people addicted, and how it is socially addicting as well. And finally, I told you how to quit and the benefits that follow it. To replace the drug of smoking, quitting really becomes your drug. Thanks to all the influences, there is a remarkable feat. But once you cross the bridge, the benefits for a smoke-free lifestyle will truly make all the difference.